Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. I hope you guys have got your muskets ready and your gunpowder in hand as well. And we are here with another NTW3 historical battle. This is the Battle of Eylau, which is fought in 1807 between France and Russia. There was also some Prussians there, I heard in history. I don't know whether we have them today, but they were also there. This was fought in Prussia. This is actually like one of the battles shortly after, obviously, the conquest of Russia. Prussia, sorry, and Russia comes to join and try and aid Prussia in its hour of need. But yeah, it is a French victory, but it's a pretty costly one if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure that the French have a pretty tough time of it in this battle, and they are sure to do the same again. I am pretty sure. Like, it's not going to be an easy fight. I mean, they have 4 Russian armies, I think, ahead of them. I don't think the Prussians are appearing for this one, which is a shame, but makes sense. It is kind of more of a Russian-French showdown. There's like the Prussians, I think, are more reinforcements, and also one of the French corps you got to remember is just all cav, which is just Murat's cavalry corps out here. So kind of the French are kind of short on infantry, and I mean the Russians are going to make that pay really. I think the Russians have the lifeguard maybe corps. As you can see, there's a lot of lifeguards around this area here, and yeah, it seems like they've so that might even it out a little bit because that's a pretty small corps as well, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this cavalry is going to hit hard, I think. Yeah, these cuirassiers here getting hit hard by this gun battery over here, 6-pounder. But yes, if you're enjoying seeing NTW3 on the channel and would like to see some more, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. As we have hit 5k subs as well, which is equally amazing. Lots of building is being captured by the French. As you can see, they're just trying to hold the town of Eylau, which is obviously very, very key to like the battle, and it's kind of what was mainly fought over in the battle in history. But yeah, so yeah, thank you for all the support for getting to 5k, guys. Very, very like appreciated and like amazing at the same time. I don't really have many words for it. I'm kind of surprised we got there. Like I certainly wouldn't have thought it like over a year ago, but here we are. So yeah, thank you very much, and let's just keep up the support, I guess, and let's just keep going and see where we can take the channel. I'm really excited to see how far we can go. We've got some grenadiers here. As I'm just spieling off about the channel, look, grenadiers here, they can be pretty handy. And I mean, I don't know against what, they have no infantry to face. Like, this infantry army here is literally facing a line of cav. I don't know how many of the Russian units can form square. If I remember correctly, I don't think it's many. It's a bit like Austria. But it seems like the Russians are kind of almost encircling the town of Eylau. They are getting right behind. Going to want to open up as many access points to this town. It's not a bad idea. Seems like over here, though, the French are much more numerous and the Russians a lot more short in troops. So see, maybe we're going to have like a... like, over here you can see a lot of Russian success, and then on the right flank you're going to see a lot more French because, well, there's like no Russians here. As you can see, there's like a little bit of cav and some infantry, but I imagine that this seems like this is almost 2 French armies. Like, this is one here, this is almost another one, I think. So you could see a lot of French success here, I think. Then you have like one sort of defending the town as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a good battle, I am sure of it. So I hope you guys got your snacks and your drinks ready and are ready for some Napoleonic action, because I certainly am. It's gonna be a fun one. And yeah, this cavalry here getting hit hard. It's kind of the only problem when you play Murat and you can bring all this really nice fancy cavalry. Everyone just wants to shoot your cav. Everyone just wants to kill it. What else we got here? You got lifeguard cuirassiers. They're pretty nice. A good counter to obviously Murat's cavalry. You can see it's really trying to get in behind. Got like Royal Dragoons here, Hussars, Chasseurs. Got some good units here. But they are trying to get between this army here, which is kind of like this Russian army here is already playing very defensive. You can kind of see how its lines are set up, playing really defensive. It's going to just dig in. And they're trying to split that other army. And you can see here already a cavalry charge going. We have some like Hussars going in by the looks of it against Dragoons, I want to say. I can hear gunfire going on in the background. That's not a good sign that shots being fired. I mean, I would have thought that they mainly would have hit these Russians, but like from where they're charging, especially these ones here, these musketeers. It seems like this Hussar unit here for the Russians is going to win. The Dragoons are going to get outmatched here. That's not a good start for the French. Yeah, the line infantry shooting the cavalry as the... that was really well played actually there by Russia. Like, he retreated his cav and then his line infantry fired. They routed the cav. They may return though. They were going for these guns. So, I mean, not a bad target as usual. And here we go. Big cavalry fight going on over here. Alright, we have Murat's already just gone throwing his life away. He's already got broken as Murat. There you go. General already dead. But Murat's going like full on in, and he's going to just try and, I guess, take as much down with him as possible. Like, this is just an all-out assault by the cavalry corps. Like, they're not even like going to hold anything back. This is all going in. What they're going after really, like guns, all sorts really. Like lifeguard here. They need to really set up into square because these good units. Lifeguard, Jaeger, they've been broken. Or light infantry. Yeah, you can see, look at this. Lifeguard cuirassiers, they're breaking all the cuirassiers here, and the Royal Dragoons. So that's a huge win there for Russia. They've knocked out a load of the French cav. Lifeguards, yeah, cuirassiers, they've got more dragoons here. They knocked out a lot more dragoons over here, and hussars. What have the French really got left? They've got a bit left, but not much. More cuirassiers, more dragoons. I mean, it doesn't help that they've like lost their general now. They got Grouchy's unit still alive. Maybe he can take on command. But yeah, they're in a real rough spot. That's a. I mean, they should take out the dragoon unit, really. But I don't know why France did that. It was a little bit bold. I honestly also don't know why he was so. Oh wow, look at that! All these dragoons and cuirassiers breaking at 90 men. I think they're retreating, and they actually got routed by the dragoons here. That's huge. They could get chased down. And it seems like I know there are a few other things going, but I kind of want to just see how this cavalry fight finishes. And it looks like it's going to be a defeat for the French. The Russians just outmaneuvered them. They had more cav here as well ready. Some dragoons from Moscow. Yeah, they're going to make sure these cuirassiers break permanently, I think. But yeah, you can see that the French already kind of marching out. They're getting ready to. They've already kind of faced this Russian infantry here, and the Russians just do not want to engage that French infantry, and smartly so, because it's pretty good. It's like, yeah, very, very accurate. That's a massive loss for France. They've lost their entire left flank, just like that. I was saying that you're going to probably see a lot more Russian success over here. Well, you did. You saw it in about 5 seconds. The Russian cavs just annihilated the majority of the French cav. They've got like a little bit left, but nothing heavy. No, like cuirassier light units or hussars out here. We've got a few of the probably like chasseurs cheval and what unit's this? Well, more chasseurs cheval, but it's like as like a Ignatz Pousson. Cool. But yeah, more like chasseurs cheval. Nothing like really heavy. That's gonna be like those lifeguard cuirassiers for Russia are now gonna be able to run around the battlefield fairly free because they've got no cuirassiers opponents. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. Obviously, the French's aim is really to defend Eylau. They don't need to be going and being aggressive. So I mean, I don't know if they had to bring Murat, but it was still is a strange choice to certainly bring him. We've got Ogru in this town here with his corps, but he's already sheltering in a building. Smart move, to be honest. We have Davout's going to be to the right of him, and you can see here. I mean, looks like the French kind of traded some cabs, lost some Ullans, took out some Ullans for some Voltigeurs. It's not a bad trade. I mean, they need to take out as much cav as possible, I guess. But I mean, they take out these Ullans, it's not going to be the end of the world. They took a gun out, or yeah, they took this gun out, which is look like they're taking it out. I mean, the Russians seem to be able to form square. Quite a few of them over here. I've seen quite a few Russians that can form square. Yeah, this is not good. The French are throwing away what remains of their cav, really, almost. Yeah, get these cheval. You might want to keep some cav alive, just try and like, sneak and try and take out some Russian generals. I'm not liking the looks of all this cavalry here, like 65, like hussars. We've got these dragoons here, 79, really healthy units. And you got cuirassiers. This is a cuirassier unit as well. 63. It's a really small one. I wonder if it's really elite. We'll find out, I guess, as if it goes on and gets like insane kills. But yeah, they're gonna need to worry about that a little bit. We've got Nays out here. Those grenadiers of the line, leading the way. The boys in the bearskin hats, they're ready to go. I'm excited to see how they can do. I mean, they've got to smash this infantry line. Nay's gonna have to play aggressive. As is Davout, by the looks of it. They're playing like out in this open ground. They're gonna have to play aggressive and just hope that they can maybe change the fate of the battle, because already it's looking very much in Russia's favor. I mean, you can see here the blue of France. I mean, look at the Russian red just piling down, and you know there's more Russians up there as well. But the fog of war just like hidden a lot of these troops. But there'll be more of an army up here. And they're just going to start to basically throw all of their weight onto this village now, onto Eylau. And I mean, and Uguru's got the, Oguru, sorry, he's got the joy of defending it. He is going to have a rough time. He's going to have a very rough time.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Do they try and go for another? I think the chasseurs try to go again for the guns. I don't know. I don't even know what they try to go for. Because the guns are lost. They've like, I don't know if the crew's dead or yeah, I think the crew's gone. So yeah, that's unfortunate. They're kind of like already. I don't know why the cav was really rushing forward again. There's no guns to take out. I mean, yeah, I guess maybe take the Strelki out. Not much of a gain taking it out. So here we go. The line infantry fight has begun. I mean, Russia's got the disadvantage that their actually is not as great as France's, but they've got numbers now. And probably already did. So, I mean, they can just kind of like maybe use that to their advantage. What is this back here? We've just got a little Ulan unit. Okay, Ulan, sorry. I get told off for saying, mispronouncing things. That could take out that gun though. It's 8-pounder here. There's a lot of guns actually just sat back here. So this Hussar now has a key job of defending the guns. It can't go out and be aggressive. And people always complain.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
How do players not protect their generals? But hopefully we're going to see. Oh, like their sorry, not their generals. Hopefully we're going to see guns getting protected in this game. I mean, you're going to have to protect it with infantry though, because all the cavalry's been lost, really. And already Davout and well, Ney's not quite retreated, but he probably wants to start thinking about it. But Davout's already retreating in his columns. I guess he's not happy with like this massive force over here that's kind of lingering and waiting. Like a lot of these forces here could wrap around, I guess. What's this big old unit? Wow, this is the lifeguard. Like I presume, like this is the proper lifeguard unit. Oh, 240 men. That's gonna be nasty. We've got more grenadiers here. Yeah, we've got some pretty nice Russian units here today. More like Jaegers over here. Lifeguard Jaegers. Lifeguard Jaeger there as well. Yeah, they got some good units. I'm expecting to see some good damage being done. Oh, we got a bit more cavalry back here. Some chasseurs. Okay. It's looking a little bit more up for the French. I'm not saying they're going to win the cav fight now, obviously. It's going to change. I don't know how the outcome of this battle goes, but I mean, it's handy. I was just looking in there. They got grenadiers all stacked up in all these buildings, I think. They're going to be pretty hard to take. Yeah, this one's got carabiniers. So yeah, all these buildings. Actually, this one's not got anyone in it. It's got grenadiers, the line ready to go rush into it if anyone comes near it. But yeah, so France is clearly prepared for a town assault. They've got the right units ready. They've got this 8-pounder setup. I mean, howitzers going off. Look at this. Howitzers going taking out a gun as well. They managed to take out one of these guns. This 4-pounder's been rushing to the front line, and it's now going to be rushing back towards its own as it's retreating. I'm going to just quickly fast forward as we kind of just wait, because France is in retreat and Russia doesn't seem like he's interested in assaulting just yet. I mean, why rush? You have the time and the men to kind of like get into the right position, surround France almost, and just kind of give yourself the best opportunity of overwhelming him. I guess that's maybe why Davout's retreating along with Ney, because they're like, well, we can't go too far up, even if we're like really successful, because Eylau over here is going to get 2v1'd when that other army does arrive. Because, I mean, you got sort of one here, sort of an army here, but I think this might be the guard army. I'm not entirely sure, but this looks like it might be the guard army. They all seem to be sticking together, and it's also a really small force. Or, like, there are guards kind of dotted around everywhere, but I'm not entirely sure. But it does seem like there's a particularly small Russian army, and it seems like it's this one here. This seems like this is a full scale like Russian army, or like a large one anyway, and then the other two are obviously down the other end. So yeah, maybe Eylau's got a chance if it's like that's the case. I mean, there's a lot of cav around here, which I mean, cav's not the worst thing in the world to have in the streets in Napoleon. It kind of works, but I mean, they're not going to do that. They're going to go all the way around, and they're going to kind of threaten this rear here, you can see like where Ney's actually situated. You probably want to attack here with your cavalry. Try and get into the back, just go after these guns. They've got this Chasseur Cheval here, so I mean, yeah, they still seem to have a few dotted around. Oh, this is the one that was sitting by this building. But yeah, you can see we got just like some light cav coming in here, some Kazakhs. Just about angering every single French unit that comes by. I can hear French cav coming straight. Not French cav, Russian cav coming in this way. And they're going for the guns. That's a really good unit to go after. Yeah, and they're taking out these guns. This is a horse artillery as well. I mean, they've just about got out of there in the nick of time. It was very close, but they did take out a gun. You need to be careful, de France. Be very, very careful. But I mean, that won't be the end of it. You can see here the Russian cavs managed to get through these Kazakhs, and they need to just go for this gun again. And the French were like, yes, we're safe from the Russian cav. No, they are not safe. And look at this, now these line infantry are going to rush the other way. It's like backwards and forwards. That gun's not in a good spot. It needs to just get out of there. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to like set up on this street and then just kind of be canister shotting anything there. But I don't know. It's going to be pretty tough. Oh, that's French cav. It's a bit late to the party. He could have been useful a little bit earlier. I really like this position though by these French in the graveyard here. Hopefully they don't be hopefully they're not joining the men in the graves already. Hopefully they'll win. Like behind that wall looks awesome. And you just see like the Russians are coming. It looks awesome. It really does. I mean, yeah, the Russians here, they're like I said, taking their time. And here we go. Line infantry is now opening fire. I mean, it's not even line, it's light infantry opening fire, but still, you know what I mean. Infantry firing. Oh, and you're retreating just like that. I mean, you're retreating to like militia. Is it worth it?
Our men are running, sir.
What have we got here? Breaking. Cavalry breaking here to like an Ullin unit. That's a bit of a shame. That Chasseur Cheval might be handy. That's what I mean. They can't really afford to just send out their like chasseurs and just like little like flurries like this. They're going to have to use it defensively now for the rest of the battle. Try and slow stuff down. And you can see a cavalry in behind these Kazakhs, causing all sorts of issues because the French now want to protect all their guns. And they're abandoning these guns. They decide, you know what, screw it, we're just going to leave this. This is a horse artillery as well, so pretty mobile artillery. I guess it's got nowhere to be going at the moment because the French are not going to be moving forward. But still, they're causing panic, put it like that. The French having to have it set up infantry behind them. Russia's sort of, he's not quite in range, it would seem, or if he's in range, he just doesn't like the angles he's got. He may be about to open fire now. These light infantry certainly are in range. There we go. A nice volley for Mother Russia. They're dueling with some light infantry. I guess they're trying to lure the Russians close to this gun. I honestly don't know. Maybe they want them in like this. I can see what they're trying to do. If this French unit kind of turns, they can sort of form like a kill box. I think they're trying to film some sort of a kill box to allow like get the Russians inside and then just kind of gun them down from as multiple angles as possible. You can see here they have that idea. The Laguerre coming through here, gonna gun down any unit. See that probably now. But yeah, you can see the Russians coming in. They're gonna just gun them down from this side. They're gonna gun them down from in front of them, and the artillery's there, and another like grenadier line. So I think that's the idea. I mean, I'm surprised these guys haven't opened fire. But there you go, Russians going in, and it's just militia that's going in against the Laguerre though. But, I mean, they could break it. This is Russian militia. You gotta remember, they're hardy men. But no, I take it back. They break instantly. They're not hardy men. They are not true Russians, it would seem. Laguerre getting charged here. What are they getting charged by? More militia, okay. Probably the same result. Yeah, they're battling on in there. I mean, this French unit could... Oh, actually, the French kind of loosen up fire, you know. They might want to turn the flank here. Might the French just firing some. You can see they have bigger problems, maybe. But yeah, France is throwing in the grenadiers, the line already to fight for this village. I think it's a little early, but We're seeing a lot of stuff break. Lifeguard, like Jaeger as well, going to be breaking soon. A lot of light infantry being thrown into combat here by both sides. Seems an interesting move. What else is coming in? Lifeguard, more Lifeguard Jaeger coming in. It seems like, yeah, I mean, so far, it seems like the French tactic of sort of like the kill box is working. I mean, apart from this Russian cav, it seems like that was a cuirassy unit. And it managed to get in and get after the artillery, but not quite enough. Where did that come from? That must have come from like dead ahead of it. Yeah, I think it did. Look, the Russians just charged straight in, got gunned down, I think. But yeah, France has just about held on. Those Grenadiers line, though, have seen better days. They've already lost about half their men. But they've kind of stopped the first Russian assault. What remains of it is kind of licking its wounds and preparing for another assault. I mean, there's a lot of, like I said, there's like light infantry that's like getting thrown in. Something with Lifeguard, you've got to remember as well. So there's some good infantry in there. Over on this side, it also seems like had a little bit of an engagement, but Ney is retreating. Smart man, he needs to. He's losing a lot of Grenadiers. Cannot afford to do that. Can't see my beautiful boys, the Grenadiers of the line, getting cut down. I don't like to see that. But yeah, it seems like Russia's doing okay over there. I mean, they're already storming the building here as well. We've got Grenadiers going in. I mean, there are other, well, there aren't actually Grenadiers in this one. There's Carabiniers, and they're pretty tough to kill. Probably tougher to kill than Grenadiers, maybe. But we've got support as well from this line infantry here. So they dug in well around these streets here are the French. And, I mean, they're going to get a lot of kills, I imagine. And so more Grenadiers here, though. I think these, they pour in. They've sent in Grenadiers. They're going to send in more. Smart man is this Russian player. Sending in all his Grenadiers. It's the best way if you want to break in to a building, send in Grenadiers. And it looks like the French have kicked out the first wave. It's now the second wave of Grenadiers coming in. See how they do, but they're going in bit by bit. Like barely any of the unit went in. I mean, I don't know. They should be okay. These French, I imagine. They just need to be careful they don't get like this Leger here. I'm a little bit concerned for losing the Lifeguard Jaeger, but they look like they're turning it around slightly. I don't know. There's a lot of columns of musketeers that are yet to come in, and that's what I'm excited to see. How long can the French really hold out? How many waves of like Russians can they take? Infantry got broken here that was supporting the house by light infantry and musketeers. So it seems like now they're onto the air. They're back to here, back to where the guns are, and they actually did break that Leger here. So I mean, the French kind of like position kind of getting opened up a little bit. Come on, I want to see the sergeant really put a canister around into the street. I mean, he kind of did it there. I mean, kind of did, but need to be careful now with their infantry going up. They do not want to be firing any canister. But it seems like Grenadiers are going to get ousted from this building once again. And we've had Russian cav racing towards the French lines over here. It looked like they did a nasty blow to the guns here. I don't know. They're still alive, but they lost some crew. The howitz is clearly like causing a lot of issues for the French. They're all the way back here, I think. Oh no, this is artillery. Where are the howitzers then? I guess maybe I can't see them. Maybe oh no, they're all the way back here, aren't they? This is the howitzers. Yeah. Well, I think they are. They're like siege artillery. Is this what this looks like? 7 guns. If they're if that's the howitzers, then they are scary. That's a scary unit. Light infantry here, they're dueling out. It's a little bit isolated though, I think. I think it's got to retreat inside Eylau. Just for this, like, the security. They need to, though. Yeah, Russians throwing in more musketeers though. And again, they're going to get ousted. These Carabiniers, they're perfectly fine with that. I guess the idea with this light infantry, every time they put one here, is just kind of stop infantry from just running into the house. It's got to duel with this unit first, and then you can go into the house. So it gives the Carabiniers a better chance. Here we go, though. The Lifeguards are setting up. I like this. This Leger unit, this Jaeger unit here. Oh, jeez. It's actually just got hit pretty hard by artillery. Chasing down this line infantry. It's like such a small unit in comparison. But yeah, seems like Eilau's sort of holding on for now. Obviously, he's probably gonna need a little bit of support. He's also got like much needed infantry units back here, looking at the Russian cav, which he probably doesn't want to be doing. Audrey, he probably wants these guys on the front line. It looks like Davu's now engaged as well across the snowy fields. We've got Russian cav coming in. I mean, this is gonna be a constant problem because they've got so much cav left. Dragoons here running in, but they're gonna get scared off by some line infantry. But they may take this gun crew with them. Yep, they take the gun crew with them, but the dragoons do rout. They should have just put them into the square, like this one here. Now we need to be worried about this one here, the 4-pounder. This will be the next target, you imagine. Looks like we're going to see a lot of dragoons also now moving towards Eylau itself. Oh, that's a mess. This is not good. This line infantry just getting shot in the back as it runs. Can do better than that, France. Stand your ground. Looks like they're kind of losing over here, though. I don't know. Carabiniers win decisively, it's saying. Don't even know who they're fighting. Maybe nobody. Yeah, I guess maybe Russia's getting a little bit, I wouldn't say like worried, but he's like, this is going to be tougher than I expected to take this village. Because he's lost a fair amount of infantry. We're now seeing cavalry being thrown in. We've got dragoons here. Oh yeah, we've got like French infantry's overextended to take out this lifeguard unit. Oh my gosh, they're taking out the lifeguards so early on. Who is it? It's just basic line infantry. They're taking the lifeguards out. Well, they were. I guess it's support from the building. So that helped. I mean, they still do. But yeah, these dragoons in here, they're going to do a lot of damage. Oh, we've got a little bit of lag. I don't know why exactly. I do apologize. Yeah, there we go. It seems like that French unit got broken. And now it's kind of a little bit of an issue because that unit, I think, was kind of helping defend the guns here. And now it kind of got overextended. Now the Russian cav can come in. Yep, the guns broke, I think, knowing what was going to happen.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
The building has fallen to the enemy, though. They did finally take this building from the Carabiniers here, so it took a lot of effort, but they finally managed to do it. And then Grenadiers the line in there, apparently. The guy here can't form square, and it's going to get broken because it can't form square. So these dragoons now clearing up a lot of issues over here for the Russians. The Russians have already got their foot in Eylau now. After me saying literally moments ago, it seemed like it was going to be a bit more of a tougher assault than they were expecting. Over here, it seems like the Russians kind of walked into a wall of fire, and yeah, I mean, there's 5 musketeer units here. They're taking on at least 5 French units. They're going to need more units to take that on. They need more men. Like 1v1, the Russians can't win. They need numbers. Yeah, it seems like this line infantry fight here. It's going pretty well. Glorious victory is soon to be someone's, apparently. I wonder whose. My money's still on Russia. Russia with the numbers they have. They're in a really good spot. I mean, over here, this is this is like a little light cav unit getting taken out. I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world. They might take out this infantry though with them, which is a huge win if they manage that. You can see we got lifeguard cuirassiers now. They're in the back lines taking out like Audrey's reserves, which have been busily watching the defenses here. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. The Russian lines. Well, the Russian cavalry's breaking all the French lines. Is what I meant. They're just throwing in their infantry with France. Desperately trying to take back the streets, but they're not going to. Not with these few numbers that they have. They're going to need like support from Davu, which looks like they are getting now. Looks like there's 3 regiments coming up. But he's got his own problems with Davu. We got this cuirassier unit that's out in behind. I mean, this could go after all sorts. It looks like it's gonna. I mean, it's got a pick of the infantry. There we go. In it goes. And there's going to be a few more graves needing dug in this graveyard. But yeah, I mean, they seem to have done a decent amount of damage here, breaking a fair amount of musketeers. I mean, Ney seems to be pretty healthy as well. His core seems almost touchy. It looks like he's actually taking the offensive. And they did break that Russian cuirassier, which is good. They're going to need to break as many of them as possible. I mean, the French still hold parts of Eylau. I'd say they still sort of hold probably about half. And the Russians who have the other half. That's being generous, I think, to the French, to be honest. I think the Russians are gradually taking more and more control of it. And they argue, even if the French are still in areas, the Russians are inevitably going to take it very, very soon. They just need one last concentrated push, and they can probably take Eylau. Because, I mean, well, yeah, there's not many troops left. I mean, they're still going to take some buildings, and buildings are the issue. It's how you storm them. But I mean, I think, well, we've got Davout's in this building, and we've got every general's like crammed in here, it would seem. And yeah, I mean, this other one here as well. Still got line infantry, and it's still gonna be a tough one to storm. This one over here, I believe, has grenadiers a line in it, so that one's gonna be tough to storm. I mean, that's kind of out of the way. You don't need to really take this one. Actually, maybe I guess maybe the French still do hold about half. I'd say that's kind of fair enough to say. But yeah, look at this. I mean, the French are being able to be aggressive for once. Though they've just lost another gun. I mean, come on, France. You had like, you can't be losing all these guns. Not now. You're gonna need them. You need every gun you can get, whether it's a musket or whether it's an artillery piece. It seems like Russia's gonna, maybe Russia's retreating, but like also advancing in the wrong direction, we'll call it. Like, is he gonna like link up now with his allies over here and try and take Eylau, I wonder? Kind of looks like that's where the columns are going, and that's not a bad idea. I mean, rejoin with your allies. You can kind of then reorganize, make one concentrated push, and like I said, I think that's what they need just to take Eylau. And we've got some artillery coming up. This is some big artillery pieces here. Like you had 8, but they are down to 7 now. But I mean, it's still a lot of artillery pieces. Like the French, I thought they had plenty of artillery. The Russians still outgun them. Over here, the French, Laguerre getting beaten up. Light infantry doesn't like being in combat, and we've got line infantry as well. But I mean, yeah, I mean, well done there. Yeah, they've actually routed all the Russians, and they've kind of cleared out this part of the village of Russians. They just now need to kind of like turn around and deal with that one, and they're actually kind of pushing the Russians out. This Russian army over here is having a bit of a tough time. It's kind of lost a fair few units. Looks like they're going to lose the building here, though. I mean, looking at the balance of power, but as then the line infantry says it's winning slightly, so who knows? They're still fighting these streets. Street to street fighting, really. This is supposed to be a gunpowder game. It seems like everyone's just fighting in melee. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. You've got more lifeguards. Oh, this is the lifeguard unit that broke, or nearly broke. Just throw that into this building. That'll clear them out.
Our men are running, sir.
The lifeguards here, they're going to do their bit. They're getting charged now by infantry. And yeah, they might break, actually, these lifeguards. They clearly aren't as great as I thought they are. I mean, 240 men, maybe they're just not that great. They're just a big, scary unit that the Russians can intimidate people with. More than likely it's the case. I mean, here we go, more lifeguard cuirasses. They're back. They are back, and they have 69 men left. They have the funny number left. What are they going to go after? They're going after line infantry, which has got their backs turned to them. Really good unit to charge after. There we go. In they go. I mean, they probably will win that unless the support from the building behind them is going to be enough, but I don't know if it will. There we go. Again, a little bit of a lag spike. I don't know exactly what that is for. Maybe the replay's a little bit dodgy. I'm not sure, but it seems like that cuirassier or that lifeguard cuirassier might get out of there. I mean, it actually looks like it's going to just go straight in there and take it all out. And we do have again. I have a little bit of I do apologize, guys. Very strange that this is happening now in this at this point as well. Once a lot of men have died, about half the armies, I'd say, have been killed off at this point, and it's now deciding this is the time to lag. Maybe it's the map. I'm not sure. But yeah, there we go. Lifeguard broken. Excellent. But yeah, France kind of still holds Eylau. I mean, sort of. Like I said, it's kind of 50-50. Russia is making progress, but with heavy losses. And now with these reinforcements of Davout, I mean, I'm quite certain that France is going to start to turn it around. It seems like, I don't know, Davout seems quite happy that, like, to leave Ney to chase down the remains of Russia. Like, I mean, fair enough, Ney's corps is probably the healthiest, but potentially, I mean, I don't know. Davout's going all in, though, into defending the village, or the town. But I wouldn't, honestly, we wouldn't leave Ney on his own just to take on this Russian army. I mean, there must still be a decent amount of Russian cav. And they still got some dragoons there, I can see. There's more dragoons out there. They've got more, yeah, plenty of dragoons. Just more dragoons than they know what to do with, it would seem. And they've got quite a lot of infantry still. I mean, certainly this force here of French is kind of isolated. It could go and get itself surrounded. I mean, there's a few more units here. It's not the biggest French force in the world. They are dueling here now with some militia. I mean, this militia's got no chance of winning this fight. I don't even know if they can shoot a bullet straight. They're not really hitting many of these guys. They do look very, very scary to these boys. I mean, scary in the sense that why would you want to have these men fighting side by side with you? I like the Russian officer, though, in grey. He looks awesome. Yep, they are about to break, though.
Our men are running, sir.
What's this? What do we got over here? Hussars that we for ages have been looking after the rear and now being sent forward, and they are going to get gunned down by the artillery here. Wow. They just got gunned down, and then we're going to get cleared up anyway by dragoons. I like how they were trying to go for the guns. I mean, you could have gone maybe for Bagration back there, but I don't know. Would have been a tough one. There's so much artillery back here. This is like the big 12-pounders. So much, like, huge artillery pieces that the Russians have. Another 12-pounder here. Big old guns. They just rain death on everyone. I mean, pretty hard now, though, because the French are kind of like mostly hidden inside this village. Not really easy to get a line of sight. I mean, it's going to be just kind of nades getting pounded now. They are battling for this town still, and the French, I mean, they keep sending Russians back to Russia. Clearly they are, I don't know, they're built differently, these French troops. They really are. I mean, France is obviously the strongest faction in the game, but I mean, they're doing a really good job. Grenadiers line here. Did they leave the building? No, this is an entirely different one. This is Ney's Grenadiers line. Ney's even brought troops here to support. They can't form square, though. And there is Russian cav nearby. These are cuirassiers. Yeah, I think maybe he's seen that and thought, oh no, he's not. He's not seen it. He's seen an opportunity for a glorious charge. A glorious charge for France. For the Emperor. And he can take them out. I mean, his morale's pretty low, though. He may rout himself. There he goes. He steadies and routs the Russians. But the Russian cab's on the way. And the musketeers raced into this building to go and assault the grenadiers. I don't think they're going to win that fight. Lifeguard Jaegers, though, we've still got some of them dotted around. I'm really surprised. But yeah, these cuirassiers now, I mean, if the French can set up a firing line, they can maybe do a decent bit of damage before they arrive. But it's not, they actually kind of faltered and just gave up in the end, those cuirassiers. They're actually losing a lot of men from the Grenadiers line in this building. I do like that, like, half a unit can be fighting in combat and the other half can just carry on just shooting out of a building. Instead of, like, everyone just going, yeah, well, let's go and fight. They're still like, no, let's keep shooting as well. Grenadiers line are still going to get charged. Here we go. Cuirassiers. They might cut these guys down. I mean, they didn't get like the greatest charge in the world, and also these are Grenadiers. They are tough boys. See, their morale's barely damaged. Well, I'll say that. Ooh. All over the place, their morale. Yeah, they're losing slightly, but there's plenty of French now setting up, and they're going to gun this unit down. There you go. It's about half strength now. But they will return, I'm sure. I'm sure that cuirassier unit will return. That looks like it might be one of the last ones. The last cuirassier unit, because it's really just dragoons left now. Ney's fully fallen back. He gave chase and went, nope, I'm not overextending myself. I will come back and we will defend Eylau. And that's probably the smartest thing to do. This is what the Russians have got to take. And if you just This is like a magnet for Russians. It's like a, I don't know, a fly to like a really sticky and sweet thing, like a, I don't know, like an ice cream or something. Like this is what they're like going to be drawn to, the Russians, because what they got to take. It's their objective. If they take this, they win. So the French, in reality, they know where the Russians are going to be coming. They can just put everything in here. As you can see, Davout's now here. His men are going to be very, very much needed to hold this line. I mean, Oglu's done a very good job, but it's now going to be able to Davout and Ney to kind of just see it out, make sure that the battle's kind of won. It'd be interesting and ballsy by the Russians to see whether they make another assault over here. Yeah, I mean, it's open ground. It's a tough one. But it'd be interesting to see whether they can pin down Ney's forces again and then make another assault here. I honestly don't know if they have the numbers. They probably have, and I still think they have a large army. Obviously, I can't see their army. I can't see all their forces. I don't think this is it for the Russians. But they still obviously have a large army. I don't know, though, if they have a large enough army to make two considerable and large and actual meaningful assaults, basically, is what I'm meaning. Like, can they... I don't know if they can make a big enough assault on this front, like, in the village, to actually take the village, and also then also make a big enough assault over here to distract the French, is what I mean. Like, I don't know if they have both of that in them, really. So it may just be one massive assault on this front here, and that honestly would not surprise me. It seems like firing from quite a way here. I mean, the Russians aren't firing back. Maybe a little bit of a waste of ammo here by the Grenadiers, but what do they care? They'll just go to combat once they're done. And the boys in the bearskins, they love it. I mean, you got more French infantry. I mean, this is what it is. Been all 90% of this game has just been melee combat. But we've got musketeers here routing some line infantry of Davout's. Clearly, I mean, you don't come into this village, Davout. You're clearly not ready. Like, Oglu's troops are veterans. They know what's going on in Eylau. You don't just come in here and, like, throw your weight around. Eylau is, like, the troops in Eylau that were originally there, they're built different. You flatland French infantry, you're just not quite the same. I'm gibbering on. You guys probably think, what on earth is he going on about? He's lost it. And you're correct, I have. Sebastian Viala. It's a cool unit, I guess. It's named after the commander. They're still hitting like the French, trying to hit the French, like hiding behind these buildings. Good thing that they are non-destructible, because otherwise the French would be in a bit of trouble. This village would probably be leveled to the ground. Is there more French in here? Yep. They aren't being routed, but they're retreating. I think it's because the cavalry's coming in. Yeah, they're worried about getting sandwiched by this cab. And fair enough. Actually, well, I say that. Oh no, it's because they're retreating the infantry and staying in the Grenadiers, I guess. I guess that's what they're trying to do. Square's setting up here, though, and that's kind of stopped the Russian charge. The French still hold this building out here as well. And yeah, there's still plenty of dragoons. I mean, these are the ones that we saw on the flank. Over by Ney, so they've come all the way around. I'm kind of concerned that this is all the troops that were facing Ney. I'm a little concerned that this might be all the Russians have left. But surely not. I don't know. I would have thought there's still more. The Russian cuirassiers, they're kind of throwing themselves away. They're kind of just charging into... I mean, they're going down narrow streets here trying to fight infantry. And there you go. The cuirassiers are going to break shortly because the musketeers are gone. They've got no infantry support. Yeah, they're just like firing from a long way away at these troops, and they're just firing to shoot the musketeers here. I wonder whether France might make a push now that he's got fresh troops to come and take this house before the reinforcements for Russia arrived. But I guess they don't know what Russia has exactly here. There's actually a general not too far. There's Dutrov here. 7 out of 16. We've got Gorbachev here. We've got Bagration. Actually, that's a bad sign of Bagration's here, because I think it was his army that was retreating from Ney. So maybe this is all that Russia has left. It looks like they're going to try and take this building, but look where all their columns are massing. Russia's lost another infantry unit in there in the fight. Grenadiers, the line, they just built different. Like I say, I mean, honestly, I just swing all these units around. There's clearly, the Russians have no intention of attacking here now. I'd start to slowly, little by little, take like 1 or 2 like units from here, and I'd just start to take them back to the village. Like, I don't think Ney's got anything to worry about. These guns are kind of almost useless now anyway. There's nothing to shoot at, apart from other guns. There we go. Looks like we're going to see another oh, we've already got a cavalry charge. Dragoons going in. They're going to rout this line infantry. Yep. That's a bad sign. The Vu's unit gone. He's got some more units set up here, though, in line. And in square. There you go. I mean, there's the cavalry. Russia's cavalry advantage is been there since really the beginning of the battle. I don't know how really well they're using it. Oh, we've got grenadiers, the cool wacky hats here, mitre hats. I love them. Them going in, that might be enough to take this building, but I don't know. French grenadiers with a line with those bearskin hats, you gotta love them. They got lifeguards as well here that they might look like they're gonna throw in. But yeah, it looks like the Russians are gonna take this building. Maybe looking at the balance of power, maybe. I mean, if not, it's gonna do a lot of damage to this grenadier unit. Anyway. Musketeers, I actually genuinely think there's been more melee fighting in this battle than there has actually been line battles. Honestly, I mean, you've got to think also that brings in like cavalry. Cavalry's a line, like a melee battle. But honestly, I think they, like the Russians and the French, have done more fighting today in melee than they have actually firing any rounds. And yeah, look at this. Like I said, the French, I thought they might do it. The French make an aggressive push here. Are they going to try and come back and take this building? Maybe. Or maybe they just want to try and rout some units while they can. The Grenadiers, the line here. The bearskin boys. Doing their emperor proud. They're winning though, the Russians. They're going to, yeah, I mean, this unit's spent. 48 men, tired, being shot at. This is going to be huge though. If the French lose this building, Russia's kind of starts slowly to take control of this area. Like these units here are going to have to retreat. And yeah, either France has to be like come and retake them, or he's got to fall back to like the next layer of the defense in Eylau. I mean, just as he's started to retake his initial lines, he may be forced to fall back, which would be cruel. I mean, I don't know why they just feed in some more troops, France. I guess they can't do that, maybe? I don't know. They're going to charge Gorbachev here. Gorbachev. In he goes. And there he is, right at the front line. My boy! Fight on hard. At least I think that's him. Don't know if it is. He's been saved by some musketeers, so. And there we go. A good old line battle taking place. You don't see this often. The French have kind of got the advantage. You can barely see the Russians. They're kind of hidden in these trees. Well, I guess the Russians don't want to be fighting anyway in combat, like in melee. They don't want to be fighting in line battles because they know they're going to lose. They can't really beat them. They have a better chance like this, but even still, the French have got a good chance of winning in melee as well. A general has died. Oh, it was Gorbachev then, I think. I'm going to say it must have been, yeah. He lost one guy in his bodyguard, and that was the general. That's unfortunate. I'm sure the player is very, very annoyed with that. Yeah, I don't think it's Bagration. I don't know. He seems like he's been a little bit banged up for a little while. Yeah, they're really throwing it. They're going in melee, like, from a lot of different... Oh, this is like French troops here. Yeah, they're fighting all around this building now. This is where it's all getting exciting. And it's kind of going to get defined by who wins this grenadier fight, and it's going to be well, it's not even the grenadier fight anymore. They did actually pour in some line infantry, and the line infantry, they look like they're gonna be beaten. fire unit that's got 24 men in it, unless the morale, might be morale might do. Yep, okay, the French held onto the building. Well done to the French. So the French hold on, and then now they can pour fire onto all of these combats going on around them, and they can start to support this fight. And honestly, I think this might be all the French, the Russians, sorry, have left. The French, I know what they have left. We can see that. How is there still cavalry alive? I mean, I feel like these dragoons should have been going after, like, these cavalry. That's probably the only mistake I could say. I know that most of their generals have been holed up in here. Maybe they should have got some infantry and looped around and come for that building. I don't know. But I think they should have gone for, like, generals. Like, Ney's still out here. Like, the brave boy he is. Maybe they should have got some cavalry gone for him. Like, try and take out some generals like that. Lower morale for the French, because French morale is obviously really good, and but if you kill generals, that may have, like, made the difference in multiple line well, not line battles maybe, but melee battles. Russians getting broken here, but it seems like the Russians are going to get beaten. They still have some infantry here that's coming in. Gives me hope that there is more troops out here. Looks like Ney's now going to be aggressive. Oh, please don't stop here, Ney. Keep moving. This artillery otherwise is going to shred you. Oh my gosh, look at that. Rip in peace to this French unit. It's had a whole rip through its unit. It's going to have another one here. Oh my gosh.
Our men are running.
No, please go. Oh my gosh. I kind of want to, like, no. Yeah. That was just not the right move to form up and just, look at all, so many men died there. It was like a fresh unit and just got gunned down. A building's been lost though while we were doing this. Oh, the Russians have finally taken this building. I mean, at what cost though? It cost them so many men. Like, they had huge columns here. And they've all kind of been routed. Or nearly, or been weakened at least. France is still looking, I mean, relatively healthy. They've got all these units out here, which I'm sure that'll be enough in itself to retake this building. So France is not looking so hot over here. Russia is taking them down to the wire. But yeah, no, it's brutal. Oh, the same thing. He's done the same thing here today. No, please, just charge in. Yes, you should have done this long ago. Charge the guns. Don't give them a second to line up. Oh my gosh, another one with like 30 odd dead there. And that gun alone has just routed 2 units just because they decided to stand there. That could be huge. You never know. That's 2 fresh units, relatively fresh units. They just got routed by some guns. So yeah, next time charge the guns. Never just stand there. Your cavalry charges the guns. Why not your infantry? They actually did get back to this building, but they're not going to take it. The French. I'm impressed. They've managed to get that far. Ney's got relatively fresh troops as well now pouring into the city. And France is trying to retake this. Ney's actually sending in troops. Yeah, Ney's kind of now taking on the challenge of holding on to this city. We now have dragoons coming over. I mean, these guys can't form square, so France needs to be careful. Here we go. Yeah, the inevitable charge from the dragoons. Grenadiers the line again. More of these boys. I'd love to see it. More grenadiers. I mean, it's gonna be. That's what was the last one out of any of these units who wanted to charge then, as the Russians, because they're not going to break easily. Actually, this one forms square. I didn't realise. There you go, broken just like that. And the Russians look like they're going to get kicked out pretty promptly. And the general here, Bagration's getting attacked. I think he's just about going to get out of that alive. But they've retaken the building, and they've basically retaken Eylau at this point of the French. I mean, it's just this building left over here to take.
Our men are running, sir.
But yeah, they've kind of almost retaken it. I mean, they are going to get kicked out, pushed back here as well. Some militia scaring them off. Yeah, these light infantry got the closest to retaking the entirety of Eylau, you could say. I mean, I'm saying the entirety. I mean just like the buildings. If they hold all the buildings again. In my eyes, they hold all of Eylau again. But, yeah, there's like nothing left. Oh my gosh, they're gunning down this poor unit. Let it live! It survived your wrath the first time. Let it live. I mean, now if this unit should just try and mop up all the artillery, but I don't think it's going to achieve that. Oh, they just dismount. Yeah, that's fair. That's well played there by the Russians. They know the battle's beat, and they're going to dismount their crew and send them into combat. I like that. I respect that by the Russian player. Just to send them in, instead of just like making the French come out and chase them down. They should do the same over here with these big siege guns. Just send the crew in. Like, they're not gonna... Like, the French don't want to come out here and chase you down. Like, just send the boys in. Let them go and have a little bit of glory. I mean, to be fair, Russia's actually got all the way to this building. This is the furthest he's got. He has a clean road straight to this building. Where are the French troops are all around here? They need to get moving. Yeah, they haven't got those two units. I mean, there's one over here. They need to get that back to the village. Those two units that kind of got themselves murdered out here by the guns, they could have been kind of useful in the defense of this this building. What's left in here? Light infantry's banged up. Marshal, we've got a light infantry, and we've got like two generals, a banged up line infantry, and some light infantry. Honestly, might not be enough. Might not be enough for the to stop the Russians. Migration's getting very close to the front line though. One sharpshooter just takes him out, and the Russian army probably breaks. I mean, if they were desperate, I guess they could pull this line infantry out here, but they're going to get pinned down as well by the Russian artillery crew, which I would put my money on to win this fight anytime. It's going to be a close one, I'm sure. 33 men versus 40 men, and these 33 men know how to hold a sword. I don't know really where these Russians are fighting. Oh, did they come in the front door? I guess they did. I don't know where they went in, but like none of these troops here are fighting. They're just waiting awkwardly by the wall. It's like, I guess we'll fight someone at some point, but there we go. A draw, which is a little bit disappointing. I was hoping that one of the sides was going to win. But I'd say the French win, because they had to hold Eylau. That was their objective. So in my eyes, French victory there. The Russians couldn't quite do it. They nearly did it, but they couldn't quite do it. They needed probably a little bit more infantry, and they just about would have been able to take it. As you can see there, they got right to the center of Eylau, right at the end, so very, very close. But yeah, we'll go over some of the kills quickly. We have Nash, who was playing as Ogru. I don't think it was him that said in the replay. I know it was Johnny that said in the replay, but he got it from someone else's perspective as he wasn't playing in this one. I think it might have been Clarky Boys, who was playing as Devu. But yeah, Nash was playing as Ogru. He did a very good job. He had the most kills for the French, holding the village at the very start, dealing with the first few Russian waves. Did a very good job. I felt like he especially had to deal with a lot of the cavalry as well, so his army was stretched all over the place trying to defend various different streets. He did a really good job. Busty Pigeon as well, really well done. Not getting that many kills as Nay, but he like came in, cleared up at the end, and did just enough to hold on to the village. Yeah, well done as well to Clarky Boy. I forgot to say he got like 2,000 kills. Did really well as Devu. Don, unfortunately, Murat getting like 281 kills. I mean, that's just not that great. Not a good day in the office for Don there. Then we have King of Gondor playing as one of the Russian armies, getting 932 kills. You've got Jakku playing as another one, 118. You've got Sniper Smith playing as another one. It's a good players, a good Russian team this is. Getting 1,200 kills, and Fork, number 2, getting 1,400 kills. I mean, they got some really good kills. All of them, they're getting around the 1,000 mark or above. And yeah, they already did really, really well. So yeah, well done to the Russians. If you want to have a quick look at some of the unit stats, I mean, there they are. Yeah, we have a few decent kills here. We've got like 212 for that light infantry there. Artillery doing quite well, getting 103 kills for the French. It's kind of surprising. Their artillery, I felt, was just getting murdered all the time. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, this was Devu's. So this was like Clarky Boy, his perspective. But yeah, thank you very much for the replay. It was a really, really good one. Well done to all that played in this battle. And yes, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support to see more NTW3. I will now be moving on to 9.0. This is the final 8.9 replay. So we'll now be moving on to 9.0. So I've got a lot more replays with that, historical and non-historical. So be sure to check them out when they come out in the next few weeks. But yeah, until then, guys, I will see you later.